Welcome back and good morning. Hello, DRESAMP fan. You are watching another episode of Raw Thoughts with DRESAMP. Essentially what this is I just speak into the camera, whatever I'm feeling in my little noggin right here. I woke up literally 2 minutes ago and I'm dumping my brain right now for my fam. I'll be honest with you guys. When I first woke up, my first thought, the very first want that popped into my head was, I'm putting some milk in my coffee. But the very first thought that came into my head, what was I talking about, man? I'm a little distracted, a little disoriented. Oh, I didn't want to do it. I woke up today and I was like, nah, no one's watching this. No one cares. Why am I doing this? So I was just going to lay in bed and not do anything else. Actually, I slept on the couch this past night. I don't know why. I was just too lazy. Do you guys ever get too lazy to go to the... I don't know. These are just my problems. No, but I wasn't going to do it. I was like, no one's going to watch these raw. I thought, this is just unfiltered, unedited, raw, just, you don't see this online for a reason I'm trying to figure out. It can be disheartening at sometimes, man. Yeah, so I have a friend on Facebook. He's a friend. Well, there's that weird pseudo now friend relationship, right? Because you've got your Facebook friend and you've got your friends. And you got people, you got your Facebook friends, then you got your people you're friendly with, then you got your people that are actually your friends, right? For me, I've got the inner circle. That's like the core 2, 3, 4 people that I can really count on, would like do anything for me, I'd like to think. Those are the people I call when I'm like, yo, man, I'm in the clink, I need some bail money. Those are the boys I share my stories with, share my successes with, and now with you guys as well. Man, my hair's looking pretty crazy today. I don't know if I like it yet. Okay, yeah, but raw thoughts. So yeah, this guy, my friend on Facebook, he posted this video, and it was of him cutting his hair off, actually. And it was like a song and thing, and he shared it to his friends, and it had... shared it to his friends on Facebook, myself included, and that had a couple likes on his page, but then it only been up for 12 hours and like about 500 views. And I was like, oh, all right, so this guy's just sharing, you share with your first circle of friends or your Facebook friends, and then they share with their others. So I guess what I'm getting at is this organic creation doesn't really happen anymore, like this, someone just doing something, repeat. Maybe it does. I don't know. How do you get people to watch your shit, man? Oh, am I allowed to cut? I can cuss. I can say whatever I want, man. I'm a G. Yeah, but I was going to quit. I was going to quit 3-4 days in. I was just going to quit because I was like, what is this? What's the point of this? What am I doing? And I think it's very important whenever you seek anything out or seek to accomplish anything, before you do that, before you set out to achieve something, you have to have specific goals in mind. Because if you don't have specific goals in mind, and I mean quantifiable goals, guys. I mean like you can put metrics on them, right? So back in the day, this is a subject I haven't touched yet in the raw thoughts, but like I at one point a couple years ago, I was very into game, the idea of game. Actually, I've never really talked about this publicly. This is interesting. Yeah, I can talk about game a little bit. I feel like I'm revealing a secret right now, like an underground secret. Yeah, all right, I'll talk about game. why did I want to talk about it? Oh, because it's just trying and failing. Yeah, all right, trying and fail. No, I think I want to save. I want to okay. So game. All right, I'll give you a little fee. So it's the concept of guys, chatting up women, and getting their numbers, going on dates, and doing more than that. If you catch my drift. But it's all these like techniques, and like when you start like getting into the details and the weeds, it sounds very like, oh, you're saying these lines to these women and blah 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 blah. It's like you shouldn't be doing that, or it's like dishonest or things like that. But it's literally like a subject game, right? Just like chemistry is a subject you can learn and you can get better at. Game was something you could learn and get better at. What to say to a woman, how to say it, how to look, how to smile, what to say after the first thing you say, how to reply, how to keep the conversation going, when to say, when to get the number. And it got to the point where I would, this is embarrassing, but it's revealing, about myself. But for like 2 years, I kept an Excel spreadsheet of all of the approaches, that's what you call them in game, of all the approaches I made over the course of like 2 years. I think for 2019, 2018, I took a spreadsheet. And so any woman that I thought was attractive and I approached, I would catalog the interaction, if I talked to her and if she blew me out, or if I talked to her and I got her number, or if I talked to her and we went on a date right there. And so, yeah, I learned a lot about, because as a guy, as a man, certain things are expected of you, but certain things are never taught. You're not taught how to be a man, whatever that means, right? And I think that definition is changing, but no one teaches you how to talk to girls, right? You don't learn. You have to learn that on your own. But at the same time, society teaches you you have to be a man, right? Right? It doesn't teach you how to be a man, but it says you have to be a man, right? And society has certain expectations of you as a man, right? You're the man, right? You go on a date with a woman as the man. We all know that there's certain things that are maybe expected of us, right? You open the door for her, right? Chivalry. But then you've got other things. Who pays the bill, right? In the old days, whatever that meant. It was always the guy that pays the bills. That's changing now. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, a game, that was one of my many subjects of interest that I had over time in Chicago. I spent like a serious amount of time investing in learning, studying, educating myself, and going out and applying practices and concepts I learned. I remember the first time I learned about game, I remember I saw this video of, this was back when I was in London, and I studied abroad in London back in 2014, I want to say. Yeah. And at the time I wanted to talk to girls because I was just like alone and horny across the sea. And I remember I saw this guy, Sasha Day Game. I saw this guy, he was just talking to a bunch of chicks in London. He was going around and he just recorded for like 2 hours, just going, bouncing the boom to boom to boom, getting numbers and like getting blown out, but being fun. And I was like, oh, Day Game, all right. Sasha Day Game. And I didn't really think much about it. I watched the video a couple times because it was so impressive, right? And then years later, I'm in Chicago, same sort of thing. I'm horny, I'm alone. It's like middle of summer, and I just feel like I probably had like a bad interaction with a woman or something. It's like I want to be able to get with chicks. So I watched Sasha Day Game video again, and then I just typed in Day Game, and then that opened up a whole world for me, and I learned about Tom Torero. And then I watched the video that day, and he like breaks down like what to say, how to say it, when to say it, what to wear, blah 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 blah. And the very first time I did it, I remember I was panicked. I felt like I was gonna poop my pants and have a heart attack at the same time. And I remember I was walking down the street, and I left the house to take a walk, to specifically go talk to a woman. I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to one woman, right? I do comedy. I go out on stage. I'm a bad boy. And I remember just like walking around, like, oh, I could talk to her. I could talk to her. Walk, and then like just like paralyzing fear just stopping me. And I remember there was a girl at the bus stop. She was just standing there by herself, not on her cell phone, not listening to music. I was like, this is perfect. I have to go game her, right? And so I went up to her, and I was like, hi, do you look nice, you waiting for the bus? Or I don't know, I said some dumb beta stuff like that, right? And, she's like, what? No. And thankfully the bus came like 2 seconds later, she hopped on, and I was thankful for that too. But I did my first approach, and then the very next day, I was like, all right, I'll just try it again. Very next day, I picked up, I got a number. I saw a cutie. I went up and I just did the game thing, and I got her number. And then that was like a life-changing moment for me. I never met up with that chick again, never saw her again, but I proceeded to get a lot more numbers, go on a lot more dates, and feel a lot more confident in myself as a man. But went a little over 10 minutes. You guys got me talking about a subject that I like. So I will try to ramble less as these continue. I'm glad I did not stop. Raw thoughts, man. Sometimes it would feel nice to get just like a little bit of encouragement. But go back to your goals, right? Why are we doing this? Why do we do certain things? You have to be cognizant of why you're doing something and what you want out of something. Because if you just do something, if it's like, oh, I want to be a good basketball player, or oh, I want to talk to girls, or like I want to be a good painter, like until you define what it is or where you want to go and how you're going to get there, you'll always be lost, right? So if you say, I want to be a good painter, I like to paint, right? But that doesn't mean anything. I want to be a good painter, it doesn't mean anything, right? Now, if you say, I'm going to paint one painting a day, no matter what, then by the end of the year, no matter what, you're going to be a better painter, right? Because you set that goal, right? Or not even say, you'll say, I'm just going to paint every day, right? And if you paint every day, passively, you'll just become better. But if you say, I want to be a better painter, right? That's not going to get you. And then you paint one time this day and maybe 2 times the next week, and it's just it's discipline, right? Getting into the weeds, happy to play around with this more, and these are things that I'm struggling with and working on as well. But DRESAMP fam, as always, I love you, man.